Watches and Wonders 2025 is kicked off. Now that Rolex has had their turn, it's time for their little brother Tudor to step in. And Tudor has some small updates for some of the lines, but the big news is the big watch, the Black Bay 68, has come out. If you're unfamiliar, Tudor has a whole line of Black Bays, the 54, the 58, the Heritage Black Bay, and now the 68. Each one of these has nothing to do with the actual size they are. The 54 is 37 millimeters, the 58 is 39 millimeters, the Heritage Black Bay is 41. Now the Black Bay 68 is 43 millimeters. So you have your choice of size. In this case, the Black Bay 68 is named after the year the snowflake hand was first announced, which is in 1968. I think the inner child in all of us would have appreciated if they actually named this after the year the snowflake hand hit the market, which was in 1969, because the Black Bay 69 would just be endless amount of memes if that happened. But we have the Black Bay 68. And with the 43 millimeter sizing, I think the first thing that has to be asked is, why? Watches in general have gone smaller, and Tudor with their Black Bay 58 and 54 have been going that smaller route, and they're huge hits. And the 41 millimeter Heritage Black Bay is already a big watch. And for my 8-inch wrist, it's the perfect size watch. I absolutely love it. I don't know anyone who's asking for 43 millimeter watches and bigger watches, but here it is. And it does look good. It looks like the rest of the Black Bays. It's a similar sizing and proportions. It's not too much thicker. In fact, I think at just over 13 millimeters thick, it's the same thickness as the Heritage Black Bay. It's 41 millimeters. So it fits in the line. It comes in two colors. It has a blue and a silver dial. Both look good. And honestly, the biggest win is it doesn't have a fake rivet bracelet. Every other Tudor Black Bay has a fake rivet bracelet that for some reason they want to just add this little rivet to it that does nothing, adds nothing. And I think just having something fake on the watch is stupid. And I hate it. I hate the design of that. And the original Black Bay, when it first came out, didn't have that. It was actually added later. And now the newest one gets rid of the faux rivets again. So maybe we'll see that fake rivet go away and we'll see this Black Bay 68 bracelet trickle down to the rest of the line. That, I think, would be the ultimate win and the best thing to come out of this watch if that does happen. Either way, if you do like a larger watch, here you go. Black Bay 68's the answer, and it does look good. It has the in-house Tudor movement with the 70-hour power reserve. It's MedTest certified, so you don't have to worry about magnetism. It's a solid watch. It's just probably bigger than anyone asked for. Keeping with the big watches, we have the Tudor Pelagos Ultra 43 millimeters. This one's that big because it's 1,000 meters water resistance. So if you want the ultimate dive watch, though, go deeper than you can go, here you go. It's in titanium, like all the Pelagoses. Comes in a black dial, black bezel. Looks good. It fits the Pelagos line. Comes in steel or rubber. It's a little bigger than the typical Pelagos because it goes deeper, so it has a little bit more heft to it. And I think that kind of goes with what you expect sometimes is if they're going to come out with a watch that goes deeper, it's a little bit bigger. And it looks good. If you like the Pelagos, this is right down your line. It is a larger dive watch, but that's kind of been the theme of Tudor apparently this year, is to come out with some 43 millimeter dive watches. If you like a big titanium dive watch, the Pelagos is your answer. It's always had a pretty good fan base, and this kind of just continues on with the line and fits perfectly with what the Pelagos has been, or the Pelagos. I always forget how to say it. We all say Pelagos. No one calls it Pelagos. I don't care if I'm mispronouncing it this time. I just don't like the term Pelagos. Anyways, on to the next watch. Now, the smaller watches with the Black Bay 58 did get some love. They got a burgundy dial and burgundy bezel watch. Now, they say burgundy, but in person, a lot of people have been saying this looks very red. And that's not a bad thing. This is a good looking watch. Now, red is a divisive color. Not everyone likes it. It certainly brings out some opinions. But if you do like a red watch and you like a red diver, I think this one looks good. The Black Bay 58's been probably the most popular Black Bay. That 39 millimeter sizing really hits a lot of people well. So I'm glad it's getting a few more options because it has been such a popular watch. You'd hate to see it just stuck in monochromatic land. So getting some colors on this watch is a good thing. I even think that might be based off of an old Tudor that had a red dial. So seeing that come forward is right in line with what Tudor's been doing with the Black Bay line, which is creating these neo-vintage watches, a new look but based on a vintage design. So overall, I think this is a really good watch. I think it looks good. I think it'll have its fans. It's not going to be for everyone, but that's part of having colors in watches. Not everyone loves every color. Going back to monochromatic watches, the Black Bay Pro, which is kind of the Tudor answer to the Rolex Explorer 2, has added the other Explorer 2 color, which is a white dial. They call it Opaline, but it's a white dial. I think this is the dial that everyone's been expecting since the black dial came out in the Black Bay Pro. So here it is. It's certainly going to have plenty of fans. I think it looks good, and it's kind of just a natural addition to the Black Bay Pro lineup. And probably the smallest update, but a nice quality of life improvement, is the Black Bay Chronos now get the option of having the 5-link T-Fit clasp bracelet. This was first introduced on the Black Bay Chrono Pink, and it's an extremely comfortable bracelet. It looks like the Rolex Jubilee, but actually I find it a little bit sportier, a little bit more comfortable. I'd like it better than a Jubilee on these sport watches like the Black Bay Chronos. Very comfortable, easy to work with, micro extension with the T-Fit clasp. These are great bracelets. It's nice to see them come to the full line and not just on the limited editions or hard to find editions of the pink and the blue flamingo. Overall, I think Tudor surprised people by bringing out some larger watches, as the trend has been to go smaller. But they also brought out some fan service watches with the new color in the Black Bay 58, the white dial Black Bay Pro. I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed with Tudor. I don't think anyone's going to be jumping up and down and happy with what they came out with either. These are all small updates that will certainly have their fans, but then again, Tudor's been chugging along just fine. I don't think they need to reinvent the wheel, and I think in general, the Watches and Wonders this year, everyone's been trying to just bring out some small updates. No one's going crazy. Everyone's a little bit worried about what the watch market will look like in the near future. And I think everything Tudor did come out with will be popular. We'll see about the Black Bay 68, because that is an odd one to go against the trend, but who knows? Maybe they found something that people have been wanting and I didn't really know about it. Either way, I think overall Tudor did a decent job. If you're interested in any other brands from Watches and Wonders this year, check out our other videos, and have a good one.